Hey everybody, it's Wednesday at 11 and so it's my craft day, craft demo day. And last week I put together the Simple Stories scrapbook page, and I've also got samples of the card kits that we have in stock. And I thought today that I would just show you a little bit of a leveling up on those cards so that once you've done the kits, if you're feeling that they're a little impersonal, there are ways that you can modify that. So let's see, I want to make sure that I can see any comments that come my way. Just adjust that, and then let's turn this around. Make sure you can see. So I have two kits here. I did one, Kendall did the other. This one is the, ooh, hello. Actually, now I can't think of the kit that this is. It's Simple Stories. It might not actually be in the system yet because why? You know what? This isn't on. Isn't this on? Sorry, everybody. There we go. Whole point of this little setup is this light. So hopefully you can still see everything. Yeah. So the Hello Friend, I think it is. So this is the set that I made, and I went ahead and made some envelopes, and I'll talk you through that at the end to match. So you can see, picked out some fun colors, made envelopes for each card. And then this set is the PhotoPlay Christmas card set. And you can kind of see that there's a little bit of a difference in terms of quality. I prefer the Simple Stories, but these do there's some cute designs in here for sure. Let me see if I can find my favorite. I actually really like this one. I think that's adorable. And I think this one's really sweet. Happy Holidays. And I really like this one, Merry and Bright. Very cute. And Merry Christmas. You know, Merry Christmas. These are all Christmas themed. These are generic. And so, but some of these feel a little flat. Like this one feels flat to me. And so, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of sparkle and color so that they feel a little more personalized and maybe a little more interesting. I feel like I'm wondering, hoping that this video is broadcasting because the website does not show me. Actually, there it is. Okay. Sorry, folks. I can't see your comments if I don't have it loaded. There we go. Okay. So, I have my bucket of stickles, basically, in liquid pearls. I have, over the years pulled almost every color. Yeah, so there's a sort of Christmassy green. There's a red. I actually don't sell this brand. This is just in my stash, so I won't use it today. How's that? I'm a Kindle happy. There's a Merlot color, red. Let's see what else I have. There's a pink. Some of these end up in my stash because they show up damaged, and I just, rather than deal with having to send them back, I just roll them into my stash. All right, and then we'll start with that. And then I have also some flowers and some buttons. Just thought, I'll put out a bunch of things that might work with this particular set of cards color-wise. Or these flowers, I'm pretty sure, are graphic 45. But I have, a variety of brands in the store, so it might be that they are, what's the other brand? 49 in Market. So I'm kind of looking for one that maybe would fit. So I'm not super into this twine on this one. This was part of the kit. Well, not actually part of the kit, but what the kit says for you to do. And so I'm wondering if maybe just a little collection of flower buds might make that feel a little more interesting to me. Hi, Helen. Good morning. And then candles in the background too. And you know what? I didn't grab my glue. I had a weird dream last night where I dreamt that I was looking for a glue, my glue. I don't remember the context or what it meant or anything. Now, one thing I might want to think about is, am I going to end up obscuring that, the wording, which I don't want to do, right? Like the whole point is for it to be a Merry Christmas card. So I'm going to maybe revise this a little bit so I don't have such a big flower. And then maybe do it in a way so the bow's still obvious, but a little, yeah. All right. So it doesn't take much, right? This is just me slapping down a little paper flower on top of a card that feels very flat. And, glue something on there. This is Eileen's craft glue, and if you leave it alone, it will set permanently. So if I can manage to put those all under there and leave it alone, and let's see, a little smudge on there, so I'm just going to roll that off. Fortunately, the cardstock, this is on this little slick, so that rolls off rather than damaging it. And then I'm going to take this Stickles. This one is, do I have my glasses? Stickles are notoriously hard to sunset. Okay, so this is a little orangey, actually. Let's see, maybe this Merlot is probably better. This is liquid pearls. This is Stickles, this is liquid pearls, so just know the difference. And actually, you know what? I'm going to do this because, one, maybe I'll just bring these colors in because it's got a little more gleam to it. All right, and so I'm going to come along. This is what happens when you don't use your craft supplies for a year and a half. Some of these have been here since before COVID, I admit. Ooh, I don't even know. That might just be solid. Yep, that is solid. So here's the thing about craft supplies. We often forget what we have, and rather than search through our stuff, we then go and buy more. And, you know, it's worth searching through your stuff because all that's going to happen is that stuff's just going to solidify and end up being useless. So I'm just pivoting. Now this is goldenrod, this is Stickles, and I'm just going to put a little arc of dots. I love the precision tip on these glue tubes. So I'm just arc under the words, and I might one of my favorite details on something like this is to put a little threesome of dots in the corner, one big and two smaller ones. And it can just give a little anchor, a little pizzazz to a piece, and just dress it up a little bit. I don't know if you can see what that accomplished, but it just added a little visual interest to a card that felt a little flat. And one thing to know about the Stickles is that they take forever to dry and you can't heat gun them. So once you've done that, set it aside and let it dry with someplace where you will not bump it accidentally. This one's pretty cute the way it is. So I'm just going to come in and add a little bit of this sparkly stuff to the little dots on the actual flower. To add a little sparkle, I'm going to add those corner dots. You can just add two up here if you want to just make it, maybe add a few in around the around the composition, and just give it a little oomph. I was looking, so you know, this is dimensional glue, but it does relax, so it's not completely, it's not like a 3D paste or a texture paste. It's so it's relaxing a little bit into this, you know, flower center in the middle there, which means that it'll be a little blobby, which it's fine. That's not an issue, but I was just noticing that happening. I am going to come along with this. Nope, I'm going to use this. Oh, you know what? In the end, I think that this sunset color is actually a little closer to what you really want. And I'm just gonna tap it down to the nose. Just gonna come along and add some little embellishments along there. Yeah. And then, you know what, let's just add a little sparkle. This will just add a little sparkle on this. I'm, you know, intentionally rubbing it down so that it's just a little bit of a paint effect of a little red glitter on the corners of these petals on this particular flower. Anyway, let's give it a little bit of glimmer and again a little punch so that it doesn't feel quite so flat. Super easy and effective, and then you've personalized it. So now your card, you know, when you do these kits, you end up with cards that look a lot like everybody else's. And so this is one way to offset that a little bit. So there's that one. And this one is simple. I'm just gonna add a little bubbling to the star. Oop. I have whacked the end of this one in the past, you can tell, because it's bent. Just need to be aware of that and take that into account. Actually, I'm just gonna make a blob. Yeah, let's make it a blob because it ended up being a blob. So there's that. And then again, I can just come along and add little accent blobs to make it clear. Make it decorative. Doesn't take much. And do the same thing with the red. And then maybe with this one, I will use the Merlot as well, which is pearl, and just give a little tap. That one inserted itself. Oh. Now I have a nice little collection of ornaments on my tree. And if you're worried about them being a little pokey, just tap them down, and a little, you know, just a little tap might knock down those pokes. We'll see though. So yeah, just a little embellishment. I actually love doing this sort of thing. You can get super into it. Give you an idea about that. And this one might have been a good candidate for a button, you know, put those on each of the, some way on those ornaments, which I didn't think of. I didn't really look through the buttons to see if there's anything in particular I wanted to use. I just grabbed my button back, which I don't think that's quite the right look. So I'm just gonna stick with the stickles. Stick with them stickles. And just adding a little detail on this one. This one doesn't feel like it needs much. A cute little arc with the baker's twine. Doesn't take much. Hi Lois. Just a little dot here and there. This one, now I have to say, this is my least favorite, something about the composition of it. And so I really am going to add quite a bit to anchor some of this because I don't like the dimensions. And so really going to try to make this one pop a little more. This is where I might get a little mixed media-esque. Right, I'm just going to add a little gluey scribble. It can be a really easy way to add a little detail that adds some energy and some personality. And it literally is just a little scribble. I'm just going to squirt this down and scribble on the ends, and you can see it really fills in some of that dead space. Let's see, I'm wondering if you can see this particularly well, because let's see if that works. You can see how adding the glue scribbles maybe definitely gave it a lot more energy and a lot more visual interest. Let's create a little frame leading up to those sparkly dots. And that really, you know, to me that completely changed the card and gave it a lot of visual interest. So that's the Christmas cards. And that's the PhotoPlay set. Now this set is the Hello Friends set from Simple Stories. And so I'm going to put away some of those colors because you can see the colors here are this sort of neutral palette. And let's see if I have stickles that match it. Thinking I do, because stickles are amazing and they have a huge range of colors that's hard not to love. I'll tell you what the colors are at the end. So the colors I used before were Holly, Merlot, and I think it's just bright gold. Where I stuck it. Bright gold, where are you, bright gold? Goldenrod, here, it's always worth checking. So I have Nouveau. These aren't sparkly in any way. These are just, they're called vintage drops and they're matte finish, but they're very pretty colors. They look like they might go with these. And let's see. Almost. Oh, that's better. Okay. So there's, and again, I'm just going to come in and create just a little visual focus with these paints. Taking my cues from some of the design work already on here. And then again, big, two littles. Maybe one here in this corner, two in this corner, a big and a little. Oh, that one I messed up, so I'm gonna make it one big one. And then we're gonna make this a big and a little. We'll maybe two littles and just I'll do a little next to that one. So this color here that I used was Rogue Rouge. And then let's see, I'm gonna add a little bit. This is just sparkly. So this will dry clear and leave a little sparkle. So the trick with these ones is to lift straight up so that it falls back. If you end up with a strand of glue, it falls back onto itself when it separates. Which if I'm impatient, I don't remember, and that's why I end up with mistakes. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Just a little bit of leveling up to create some visual interest. And to personalize. That's really what we're doing. Personalizing. I'm not sure. Well, this one might actually work to do a little bit of that scribble. Because there's a lot more going on here. So just adding a little bit of framing on the corners can give it a little visual interest and bring that sparkle in. I'm hoping you can see that. Just a little bit of bling. And this one doesn't, I'm not going to do a lot. I'm going to use the Nouveau and just create a couple of like little spots. So you can also do this, obviously with little sequins, little glue dots. Like this does not have to be, you don't have to hand create these. In this way, you can do it by adding things that are already just gluing down little embellishments. This one's a little trickier to work with, not what I'm used to. But as you can see, I'm not worried about, putting these things down in any particular place. I'm just plunking them. And so this is the Nouveau, and this was Vanilla Milkshake. Very cute. And let's see. I think I might leave that one as is. Oh, excuse me. Burp. I like the typewriter a lot too, Lois. Okay, and this one I'm using the Rouge again. I'm just going to create a couple little moments like this around the composition. Yeah. And then I might come in with this glue and highlight these butterflies with this blue, I should say. This is sea spray. And I'm just going to come in and highlight these butterflies. And what's going to happen is this will dry, and it will actually contract a little bit, so it won't be quite as, you know, it won't stand off the page quite as much as you see here. So honestly, I am actually running out of room to put these down to dry. So I'll do one more and then I'll leave it. Let's see, which one do I think? Ooh, okay, I think this one really needs it. This is a rainbow card, so hello, definitely needs a little sparkling up. And I actually might go and get that gold back and use that. I think that this needs some sparkly stuff. There we go. That's literally all I'm going to do with this one. And that will dry. No, it all dries dry. Once it dries, it's done, and you can touch it. It'll just be like glitter. So hopefully you can see that. My feed looks a little blurry, but I'm hoping you can see the sparkle on that. So I'm going to leave that there and let these all dry, and they will be on display in the store. You can always come in and see them and pick up a kit for yourself. If you like those, they're cute, really cute. And yeah, lots going on in the store these days. So stay tuned. It's Wednesday, so it's newsletter day, and I'm hoping to add some things to the schedule. So hopefully there'll be a little something for anyone wanting to do anything having to do with paper crafts. So anyway, thanks for joining me. Bye, everybody.